Hi, Coach Donay here, coming to you to talk to you about how every part of you matters. Now, I know that sounds strange because you go, oh, every part matters. Yes, yes, yes. But truly, every part of you does matter. I've been really and truly learning the importance of every part of me and every part of me that makes up the different portions of the whole of me, from my outside frame to my inside mind and the things that go on in my body to my gifts, talents, and abilities, and making those things all work together to become this big bad person, this big great person, not bad, but this big, well shoot, yeah, bad mama jamma, right? This big wonderful person in the universe, who affects change and creates ways for people to have better lives through living and just serving. And thinking of all of those things, I think about how so many times we have various gifts and various talents that sometimes we ignore or we push to the side or we push back, and we don't necessarily acknowledge until maybe we're older or until the gift can be used, but it's only enjoyable to us and not really to everyone else around us. And I'm coming today to kind of debunk that, and just tell you that every part of you really matters. I can think about myself and how I sing and I dance and I plan businesses, and I plan like several businesses, and I do real estate, and I'm an interior designer, and I'm an author, and I'm learning to be a speaker and a coach. And so all these things that are a part of me, one thing is not less important than the other parts. No, I probably couldn't focus and do them all at the same time. It would kind of be weird to have me be an administrative, a person who is doing all of those things administratively at the same time, without a ton of support. Because trust, you can have as many businesses and as many companies and as many ventures as you'd like to have, as long as you have support systems to have those things. Look at any billionaire in the world, and that is a true statement. So I'm not saying that we can't have it all. I am saying that those parts of who we want to become need to be put into practice so that we can have them in the right timing. Because one part is not less important than another part. I wouldn't be a fulfilled me if I didn't sing and also write poetry and write books. I wouldn't be a fulfilled me if I didn't have the ability and use my capabilities to create business strategies for people and to give them understanding of business mapping. Wouldn't be able to do it if I wasn't complete me, or if I wasn't fulfilling all the parts of me, I should say. So I'm thinking about for us, for you, for everyone who might see this video, that there really is no true separation of those pieces of you. And a lot of times I've watched other people that I know kind of turn off those things that they feel are less important, or that they feel are above them in terms of their skill set and their skill level. And so they don't try. Although it's in there for them to do, they just don't try it because they're afraid, or because they don't feel like they'll really accomplish much by doing it. But even if you don't feel like you'll accomplish much by doing it, if it's in you to become a part, if it's in you to do, you actually need to do that so that it can help you grow. Thinking about, okay, my sister or my brother. My brother is a brilliant carpenter. Brilliant carpenter. He can draw and read plans and do all of this other stuff, but he is also a brilliant cartoonist and a brilliant songwriter. And I'm a poet, but that dude is a poet. And just all of those things that make him who he is, he has learned over time to actually massage them so they become the best part of who he is. He, in turn, has brilliant children, and we teach our children to be all parts of who they are and to not neglect any part. Back a couple videos when I was talking about my niece and how she was really afraid and upset that she wouldn't be able to live her dreams, it has a lot to do with the way that we allow everything around us to dictate to us who we should be, as opposed to dictating to the rest of the things around us who we are. And I think that in us accepting every part of us, we then can't become more in control of our futures and in control of how we show up in the world and how the world receives the gifts that we have. Without us having the abilities and the gifts and the talents that we have and fully utilizing them, we're not able to live full. We're not able to live complete and leave on empty. So for me, that means that yes, I will keep dancing. Yes, I will be a speaker, and absolutely I'll be a real estate mogul someday, and I'll absolutely build green cities because I'm an interior designer that's on her way to be building green cities. And absolutely I will continue to teach, and I will absolutely sing, and I will absolutely do all the things that make me who I am, because that in acceptance and in fullness of execution is truly living life in 4G. Because then the people that need to glean from those parts of you that you feel are smaller, that you're not necessarily working on, get what they need from you. And in turn, you get what you need to keep going and keep growing. Living full and leaving empty is not a light conversation. It really means digging deep into all the stuff that makes you who you are and pushing until those things are completely available to you and to the world. And that is the whole point of life in 4G. Because when we live in God and we're doing all those things, we are completely accessing everything, and everything is able to be pushed out and given to the world so that God can be glorified. And so that every purpose that He put in us can actually be fulfilled. It is a life of gratitude, because then we become grateful for all the things that we are able to give to people and all the things that we receive in return. It is a life of giving, because in that life of giving, we actually are able to tap into the recesses of who we are and then the resources around us to give to other people. And it is living unapologetically in your greatness, because who can tell you that you can't be the best you if you are actually being the best you? Nobody. So, again, I say push every lever of who you are. Click it until it's on full. Click it until it's just going full blast. Because when you do that, you are actually accessing the best parts of you. You're stretching, you're growing, you're pushing, and you're becoming the person that you were intended to be when you were formated in your mom's womb. How about that? So, life in 4G is living in God, living in a level of giving, a life of giving, living a life of gratitude, and living unapologetically in your greatness. Push yourselves to become all you can be and use every part of who you are. Have a wonderful day, peeps. Bye.